All right, warriors, welcome back. We're going to do a breathing exercise. It's going to take 5 seconds. We're going to breathe in deep, hold it, release together, and then have a badass walk on the beach. It just takes 5 seconds for us to reestablish our mindset so that we can absorb content that we can apply everyday life, or we can notice and identify a puzzle piece that starts to make sense of the life's journey that you just were a part of. Man, it's kind of like a twilight zone. So you got to try and deprogram the manipulation, all that crazy making. It's why isolation is so important. But don't allow rage to take root. The reason it's so draining for you is because you haven't normalized it. This is what narcissists want you to do. Normalize the chaos. And they also want to be your white knight. Warriors, it's you that's been Captain Sabaho the whole time. Look, we're going to take a badass walk and connect some dots. Every now and again, though, what I need you to do is take a break from some of these channels. About every 4 or 5 videos, a session of binge watching, take a walk. Let some of this stuff sink in so that you begin to adopt lifestyle changes and not just have operating knowledge without operating. It's why many of you, and I can feel it, many of you just feel like you're surrounded by nothing but narcissists. And it can seem that way at first because you're starting to identify these character traits in others. It's real easy to do. But you start to bypass the very warriors you're supposed to be looking for. See, being able to ID toxicity and narcissists is the first step. See, many of y'all looking for Superman, and you walk right by Clark Kent every day. A bunch of Clark Kents. But you're not able to see them. Warriors, it's very important that you begin to try and start to identify your own kind. These are the social circles that are indestructible. And you become unreachable and unreadable just by having standards and boundaries. 5 seconds, let's do this. Come on. Release slowly. All right. Take it off, y'all. Look, narcissists want to set you up to be in confinement. Or they want to set you up to become so reactive that if you see them in public or see them triangulating you with someone else, that they incite such a rage that you become explosive. And the reason they need you to attack is because they've already spread the rumors, all the gaslighting, all the smearing, and they now need you to play your role, your part. And they feel confident in knowing how to activate this rage, this explosiveness out of you, so that you end up with a record, a police record, or confined in prison. Warriors, they need you to portray as they are, a public threat, a threat to society. They're trying to hide this and project it onto you. Don't fall for it. Now that you know, you can't unknow this. And now you can just kind of hum that tune. Oh, hell to the now. You got me fucked up. Hell to the now. Hell to the now. Did I just make that up? I think I did. Look, ultimately, when you grace narcissists with your absence and silence, well, it's hard to impress the harem closet when you're broke. When you got to go and make your paper, boo-boo, it's easier when they were able to have access to your resources to funnel down to the other dumbasses with crowns. Warriors, narcissists suffer from Paralysis analysis. And I don't know if I just made that up. Maybe I did, maybe I didn't. I don't know. Chicoisms just kind of flow out. Paralysis analysis, to me, as I see it, is when someone has an overabundance of options. They don't have to be quality options. Having too many to choose from causes a paralysis analysis. They don't settle for anything, right? Like children. Too many options and having the confidence to believe that they're in high demand, high value. Warriors, narcissists assign themselves their own high value status. You notice? Everybody's a 10. Everybody's high value. On the men's side, everybody's an alpha or a sigma or whatever. Everybody wants a title. Warriors, having the ability to self-reflect and know where you're at in the pecking order in life with reality, you see society lets you know exactly where you fall in place. I always said, husbands and wives, they've already been matched up. They paired up a long time ago. They knew the mission and executed. Everybody else is just lost. And with the advent of all these apps, the ability to connect with people from around the world, all that did was cause analysis paralysis. Warriors, we've even got narcissists on the TikTok, and IG and just shorts on YouTube talking about how they're looking for authenticity as they're putting on their war paint of fakeness, trying to give each other advice. And if you listen carefully at what the advice is, it's miserable single people giving miserable ass advice for others to stay single. Not applying anything that they've gone through in life to learn that the common denominator in men and women both is you. It's easy to point that finger, not realizing that there's others pointing directly at you. Warriors, you don't suffer from analysis paralysis so much as how could your own and your own family, your own flesh and blood, and people you cared for turn against you. Paralysis is different because the very people you were protecting and providing for were the very ones trying to destroy you. A part of being born again in this awareness of narcissistic abuse is to come to the realization and accepting the fact that this is a mental disorder. A mental illness can be repaired. Therapy might help, but an illness, hey, that's something here that can't be regrown. It's atrophied. A miracle would be the only thing that could save that soul. And you don't have that authority. You feel me? It's best you step aside and let them regroup with each other and let them cancel each other out. You see, a narcissist will have to tolerate another narcissist at the end of their cycle because they're not going to have any more choices. At this point is when their curse is revealed, that they suffered from analysis paralysis. And it's why at the end of their cycle, they get picked last, or they pick the last of the low quality in the harem closet, living a life of resentment, and having all the idle time they need to drive themselves crazy, because now they get to relive in the memory data bank all the shoulda, coulda, wouldas. See, narcissists want you to believe, oh, no, they just, look, they forgot about you. They move on, man. They move on. In fact, that's why they look at you wondering, why haven't you gotten over it? They move on, all right, from one distraction to another, but lacking the ability to pair bond with any connection, and therefore thriving in their own mind, suffering analysis paralysis with nothing but incompetence, a cesspool, a petri dish of disease, and a constant feeding frenzy in feeding the paralysis. Warriors, leave them in their world. You're not a part of it. It's why you stand out. In fact, when you were running in those circles, many of them themselves told you, in so many ways, you're out of place. It's like you are part of the Addams family or the Munsters. Warriors, remember, they got you all fucked up. They didn't think you'd ever come out of this. They never thought in a million years you'd ever figure it out, much less speak on it. When you get the strength to unask that couch, spread your wings, and scream your war cry, I want you to continue to hold that line. You keep that combat boot on the narcissist's throat. If they so much as wiggle, you put pressure on it. Half your damn body weight. Just lean forward a little. Warriors, one day at a time. Baby steps. Apply what you're learning and watch the outcomes. Once you start experiencing the positive outcomes, a new lifestyle will have been born. I just need you to engage the enemy and win some battles. Some of you have been observing by accident, have engaged. Silent treatment, as well as your absence. Now what I need you to exercise is this. It's key. Look at me. Gray rock. Gray rock in a nutshell is being indifferent and neutral. You have no opinion. You remain as someone in the bleachers, an observer. You will start noticing who the ringleaders are, because they're the ones pushing you to take a side. I saw an interview of a ex-president, and they were trying to make him say, who do you want to win in the war between Russia and Ukraine? And all he said was, I can stop this war in a day. It doesn't matter to me who wins, because everyone is losing their lives. Again, the reporter, stubborn, on a narrative, a fixed plan. Who will you choose as a winner of this war? And again, he looked dead serious. People are dying. Lives are being lost. No one's winning. What matters to me is life. Hold steadfast, warriors. Your life matters, and I'm proud of every damn one of you. I just need to continue to encourage you to do what you do for yourself and maintain it. What matters is every damn one of you. Your lives matter. Now, get your ass off that couch this morning, dressed to the nines, with purpose. You carry an authentic smile. You get out there and you represent the divine. Whomever it is that you give praise to, the one that keeps you well-rounded and marching on that moral compass. And know, if you're living right, you're going to be provoked. Exercise your right to this complete sentence. No. It's been a badass walk on this beach, and I appreciate your support. It's never goodbye, warriors. It's always until next time. Les mando besos y abrazos. Namaste.
The wastelands through the highways, and on we'll see the horizon, turn us to thousands.